My father bought the Domaine in 1967-68. In the early 2000s, my brother rejoined the Domaine full-time, and I arrived in 2003. During the last 10 years, my father has gradually retired, but is still helping us in an integral part of the Domaine. And at the moment we moved to organics, it felt right to take it a little further and do biodynamics as well. And we've been very pleased with the results. We are a whole cluster Domaine. That means in the last 2 vintages, we've been at least 90% whole cluster in all our wines. That definitely determines the kind of extraction process we're going to have. And after that, I'd say our main focus is really on soft, silky tannins with a nice, firm structure. We're now picking, on average, a degree higher than when my father started 50 years ago. Global warming has had an impact, and we're seeing slightly warmer wines, we're slightly darker wines, and that's a mixture of slightly warmer temperature and the average vineyard age of the Domaine that has been getting older with time. I get nervous every vintage. The better the weather has been, the easier the vintage has been, the more nervous I get. I've learned to let go and just accept things as they are. It's been very good for me, but there's still a lot of work to be done on that side. 2016 was possibly one of the most difficult vintages we started off with. Between the frost and the spring, which was particularly wet, we thought this was going to be a disaster vintage. And then we were fortunate enough to have a fantastic summer. This has gone for a difficult vintage to be an absolute great vintage. The tannins are smooth, there's ripeness there, there's dark fruit. These are wines which are around 13 degrees. They're not very ripe from an alcohol point of view. And the acidity adds freshness, it brings brightness to the fruit and precision. It's a cracker.
Welcome everybody to this Dujac extravaganza. Welcome to Treadwell. We're delighted to see you all here.
I think we're living through a golden age of Burgundy. It doesn't get much better than this. I still think there are plenty of good days ahead for Burgundy, and I think if people are reasonable and take good care of the prices, and global warming doesn't destroy everything we have, I think Burgundy's got a fine future.